हेलो, एम आई क्लियर? सर एक मिनट देखना, मैं इसको इसको कैसे वो करूं एनलार्ज।
मैम आप अपनी स्क्रीन पे डबल क्लिक कर दो।
हो ही नहीं रहा। सर क्लियर है मेरी वॉइस?
हाँ जी क्लियर है।
ठीक है सर, ओके। हाँ देखना, आपने ज्वाइन कर लिया चेतन सर?
हम ज्वाइन किस तरह से करेंगे?
ग्रुप में लिंक आया है।
कौन सा लिंक है? आप फॉरवर्ड कर दो मुझे।
ग्रुप में हमने ज्वाइन किया वेबिनार वाला।
लिंक शेयर कर दो।
कंफर्टेबल नहीं हूँ यहाँ। देख कोई व्यू नहीं अच्छा आ रहा पीछे का।
Good morning. You are not audible.
Am I audible now?
Yes,
Good
perfectly
morning,
fine.
Dr. Shweta. How are you?
I am good. I am good.
Our eminent resource person. We are
Thank
waiting
you.
for you eagerly.
Thank you. Thank you so much. ठीक है?
Yeah. ठीक है. We are waiting for the time 11:15.
मैं कॉल कनेक्ट ही रहेगी और उसके बाद 11:15 पे आई विल जॉइन अगेन. ओके?
Right.
ओके.
Thank
ओके.
you. Thank
बाय.
you. Bye. Good morning, Harvinder ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning, Shweta ma'am. Good morning, Rashmi ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Welcome. We are just starting in a few minutes.
Right, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone. A very warm welcome to all of you. It's a great pleasure to have with us Dr. Shweta Gagneja, Director,
Good morning,
Fairfield School
ma'am.
of Law, New Delhi. Good morning, ma'am. I take this opportunity to welcome our eminent speaker of today, Dr. Shweta Gagneja.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Worthy teachers who have joined from different colleges, and dear students. The topic of today's webinar is Importance of Legal Literacy in Promoting Socio-Economic Justice. I would like to quote a few lines from the speech of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, which sound very relevant here. He said, every human being in this planet has a right to live with dignity and has a right to aspire for distinction while retaining one's unique identity. And the test of any legal framework depends upon its capacity and efficacy to ensure social, economic, and political justice for all. And here comes the importance of legal literacy. So, we already have a very short span of time with us. So I request Dr. Rashmi, the co-convener of this webinar, to introduce the eminent speaker of today with our students and worthy teachers. Dr. Rashmi.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. And with great delight, I take this opportunity to introduce Professor Dr. Shweta Gagneja, Director, Fairfield School of Law, New Delhi. She has rich experience of teaching law and trainer of gender sensitization for school teachers and principals. She has edited many books and proofreading experience of more than 15 years. She is an editor of FIMT Law Journal. She has published articles in UGC listed journals and super select. She has research skills in the field of law. She has teaching and research supervision and guidance of research conducting co-curricular and extracurricular activities, and she is convener and member of many committees. And she has organized several conferences and consultations in affiliation with government departments. She has successfully designed and conducted the interdisciplinary certificate course on understanding gender inequality, intersectionality, social action, feminist perspectives, and mediation and conflict resolution. There is a long list. We really take pride in it, ma'am. She has authorized book on land and real estate laws and on victimology and victim justice in 2023. She is reviewer of UGC listed journal to Law Review, Crime Law and Social Change. And she possesses knowledge about NAC work. She worked for 10 years as assistant professor in faculty of Law, University of Delhi and Army Institute of Law, Mohali. She has completed certificate course on intellectual property rights, Indian Institute of Law, New Delhi. And one more thing which makes this introduction incomplete, that she is the product of D.A.V. College, Abohar. We really take pride in it. Thank you. And Dr. Shweta Gagneja, we all welcome you here. And I'm sure that our students will be really enriched by your knowledge and expertise. Please.
Thank you very much for such a warm introduction. I'm really honored and privileged to be part of this webinar, since I'm alumni of this great institution, and I express my heartfelt gratitude to the principal sir, to Harvinder ma'am, and to Dr. Rashmi for inviting me and giving me the opportunity to share my knowledge in the area of the importance of the legal literacy in promoting the socio and economic justice. So I have prepared a few slides for today's presentation, and I'm presenting my slide. Just give me 1 minute. Yeah. Yes. I hope it is visible to all. Is it? Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am,
okay,
it's
thank you.
easy.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. So let's start since we have a just 35 to 40 minutes. So since our topic is importance of the legal literacy in promoting socio and economic justice, so I think it is very important for us to know what is the meaning of literacy, what is the difference between literacy and the legal literacy. So I'll begin my presentation with the definition of literacy. Since literacy has various definitions. So there are various thinkers. They have defined the literacy in the different ways, but primarily literacy means, ability to read, to write and speak, and to possess the basic knowledge of computers and arithmetic. So a person who can read but cannot write is not classified as literate. Just try to understand the concept of literacy. So even in person, if a person has not undergone the formal education, even if a person has not gone to the school, but if a person is able to read, write and speak, is classified as literate, is considered to be literate. Now the question comes, then what is the difference between literacy and education? Because we often, equate, we often consider literacy and education is same, which is not so, because literacy is a step to education. So education is different from literacy. Education is something which makes us complete. Education is the complete development of the person in terms of knowledge, in terms of sensibility, and most important, behavior in different situations. So this is the basic difference between literacy and the education. Now comes legal literacy. So now the question is, legal education, or the legal literacy is something that the people should know about law, but it basically gives the people who are not lawyers, those who are not from the law background. Since like now the students in today's webinar, they are from the commerce background, they might be from the management background, they are not from the law background, they are not lawyers, they are not those who are not judges, those who are not working in the legal field. But whenever the issue comes before them, whenever they come across any situation, so now the world is changing, now the society is changing. So having just the basic skills is not enough, because now our India is the largest population in the world, and there are number of laws enacted by the parliament to govern the citizen of India. So since the population is growing, and so therefore it becomes important. So it is imperative for the people to aware of their rights, what are their duties, what are their rights. So in case if the men and the women, if they are not aware of their rights, if they are not aware of their duties, then they are open to, then the society, the society, men, women, children, old, aged, everyone, if they are not aware of their rights or the duties, then they are subject to certain type of injustice, they are subject to discrimination. So that is why not knowing about our legal system put an individual into a disadvantaged position. So for example, I'll give you I will explain my the concept with the help of one example. Like at present, it is expected that 51% of our population will own the smartphone by 2025. So this would mean that when more and more people, they would access to, they will be using the mobile phone, so they would have access to the internet, so they would have access to the telephone services, so there is a chance of cyber crime. So that is why so the people should be aware, so how they should conduct themselves in this cyberspace, you know. So that is why, so it is well established fact that the people in our country, whether rich or the poor, if they are unaware of their rights, if they are not aware of their right, they are subject to certain type of discrimination which exists in our society. So that is why literacy, the legal literacy, is the urgent need of the hour. So everyone should know the law of the land, because ignorance of law is no excuse. So, and so therefore, I mean, and there is one more point which I would like to highlight, why the legal literacy is so important, why the people should know about the law of the land. Because in case if a person is illiterate as in, if a person is not legally literate, then the person is incapable, the person is not capable of taking, you know, or the making decision. And you know, nowadays, with the help of social media, we get to know that the government have, you know, initiated multiple, the government has taken various initiatives, like multiple social welfare programs they have been initiated. So these programs, they will become ineffective, because if there is no knowledge, if there is no awareness, if the person, they are not aware of those initiatives which have been taken by the government, then the society, then the people of the country, they are unable to take advantage of those opportunities which are granted to them to improve their quality of life, because the initiatives they have been taken to improve the quality of the life of the citizen. So therefore, legal literacy is considered to be the most effective tool. It is considered to be the efficacious instrument to promote, you know, to promote awareness in our society. And it also helps the society. It ensures the society public is informed about the benefit which the law provides. So the society will be less vulnerable to the injustice they may encounter in day-to-day life. Now, I will give you one more situation here. With the help of this situation, we'll try to understand why the people, they are not they don't go to the courts. Why? What is the reason? Like here I have given you one situation. Like at around 5 p.m. there is one girl, Nana. She was going back home, and suddenly two males, they on the bike, they seized her phone and they threatened her with the sharp knife. She managed to save herself, but she lost her mobile phone. So when she went back home, she did not tell anyone about what happened today. Then in the evening, when her younger sister asked her for the phone because she wanted to make a call, then she pretended that she misplaced it somewhere. And when no one in the family could find it, then the Nana explained that she might have left at some place when returning from the market or from the college, wherever she was. So now, can you guess why she lied to everybody? Even she did not tell anyone in the family that the two boys seized her mobile phone. Okay. So this is the situation, and it happens with everyone. Because next morning she called her friend, she narrated the whole story. She discussed with her friend that, and her friend suggested her, you go to the police station, you must make a police complaint. But she declined, you know. She said she had not told anyone the story which happened to her, because she knew that if they would advise her to file a complaint. But she explained this incident to her friend because she was terrified that of the police, the FIR or the legal procedure, because she do not want to involve the police in this whole matter. Because Nana come to this decision because if she reported the event, the police would unfairly harass her. Because Reena, one of the friend of Nana, she had previously gone through the similar situation. Reena once reported to the police about being she was EV teased. But instead of treating her complaint seriously, the police harassed her. She had, because police harassed her by saying that she might have some relation with those boys. So experiencing this Nana opinion of the police and the justice system, that is why she was afraid of, and she, that is why she do not want to register or to go to the police station or to register the FIR. Now we will explore these issues in today's seminar, today's webinar, that why people are afraid to use the law. Are not laws meant for the use of the citizens? Are people aware of the fundamental rights? If so, what prevents people from exercising their rights? So we will try to look into all these issues. What, because the people, as I have narrated the incident of Nana, so with the, we'll just try to, you can try to understand, or we can explore with the help of this, that the why the people are afraid to use the law. Because in the broader sense, if you look at the legal literacy is not just having the awareness of law, not just about the awareness of law कि कौन सा law है, क्या कौन सा law कहाँ पे apply होता है. It's not just about the awareness of law, but rather make use of that knowledge, make use of that law. This is legal literacy. So therefore, what are the obstacles which the layman or which the society they come across? So, you know, because if we look about, if we see the in the Indian context, if we look at the Indian context, that the citizens are reluctant, people are afraid to use the law because of the basic reason, primarily because of the ignorance, because पता नहीं है हमें कौन सा law किस पे apply होगा, ignorance है. Because of the ignorance, because of the fear, because of the monetary expenses, because of the time. Nowadays we don't have time and the effort involved in. So these are the reasons the people are afraid to use the law. And there is one more thing I would like to highlight here, because the large number of the people in our country, they are living with the little, or they have no access to literacy. Because literacy, what is the meaning of literacy? I am the person who is able to read, write and speak is considered to be literate. So forget about the legal literacy. So because of this issue, because of these reasons, because the people they do not have they do not have the knowledge, and one more thing, the opinion, because even you will find that you can look around, in case if you come across, even we considered, because we are educated, even if we come across, God forbid, if we come across any situation, if we trapped into any legal issue, we try to avoid it. People try to avoid it because the educated, even the people, they try to escape from the legal system because of the complexities which are involved in our legal system. Because if you look into the complexity, there is no doubt about it, the complexities are multi-layered. It are multi-layered, or it operates at different level because of the language, because of the procedure. Even if you ask to read the FIR, even I am a law student, I mean, even if you ask me to read the FIR, it becomes sometimes difficult to understand the terminology or the words which are used in that FIR. So that is why, even because the laws are, the reason is the laws are complex. So I mean, only the person who is from the who has studied law, who is practicing law, their law background, sometimes they can understand. So I mean, you know, so this is the reason. And there is one more complexity. As I said, the complexity of the language barrier is a very important barrier. And also especially the people from the rural area, it is very difficult for them to seek justice because of the procedure, because of the technicalities. What is FIR? What is the meaning of the zero FIR? What is public interest litigation? What is writ petition? What is appeal? What is stay? So everything, so everything they comes under that is why the people don't want to use it. And also people try to, people, sometimes the people, they are aware of their, fundamental rights. They can go to the, they can go to the court, they can hire, or they can take the legal representation from the lawyer. And some, even they prefer, even the society, or they prefer to seek out of the court solution due to the lack of the time, due to the lack of the patience, due to the financial constraint, due to the technical procedure. So there are a number of factors. And even I give you one more example. Even especially in the rural areas, you will see the outcomes are really worse when the people approach the local bodies like panchayat, especially in Haryana, state of Haryana, where the khap panchayats are taking decisions. And to seek justice, they approach the members of the khap panchayat. And the decision of the khap panchayats are very they are infamous because of the regressive decision they take. Because you might be aware about the incident of, or the decision which was taken by in the honor killing and controversial decision which were passed by the members of the Khap Panchayat. So and there is one more reason the people they don't want to, or they are afraid to use the law, that is trust. Because the people, there is a general lack of trust in the police, there is a lack of trust in the system. And especially the poor people, they because they tend to be exploited by these agencies. And so now, now the multiple initiatives they have been, now the multiple initiatives they have been taken to I'm sorry, I need to take the call, please. I'm sorry. So nowadays, so multiple initiatives they have been taken to train the police personnel. And to train, especially I give you the example of Delhi, especially in the metropolitan cities, where the police personnel are trained how to treat whenever a layman approaches them, whenever a layman approaches the police station, how to talk to them. This is very, very important. So this sensitization has begun, especially in the metropolitan cities. So that is why they are the police personnel, they undergone regular trainings, they are provide the training. So in case if the police they win that trust of the people, it will improve lot of things on this ground. Now let's understand. Now let's take up the need. Now what is the need? Now we have discussed, I have highlighted the legal the barriers, or what are the various legal barriers which we come across. And now what is the need of the legal literacy? Why we are started talking about the legal literacy, or what is the need for the legal literacy? So as I said, because the legal empowerment must be promoted, as the public must be aware of their rights. The public must be aware of their duties. How they can be aware, how the society can be made aware of their rights and duties. So they can be made aware by, like, as you organize, as your institution organize this webinar, this is also awareness. So this will help, because the need is the need is felt because to fight injustice. We all know that, because knowledge is a power. Knowledge is a power. And being aware of the legal rights and being aware of the duties, will help. As I already highlighted, as I already said, if a person is not aware of his legal right or the legal duties, the person is subject to certain type of subject to discrimination which is persisting in our society. So that, that lot of justice, that happens around us. So as I said, especially in the rural areas where the most of the people, they are not literate, the people are illiterate, so they face discrimination, and they face discrimination, they are subject to corruption on the daily basis. So legal education, so imparting legal education will make sure that the people, people in both the rural or the urban areas, they can be made aware of their rights. I'll give you one example. Now, since now we all are using the mobile phone, we all, now the government digitized the whole process. Even the banking process is digitized. So whenever we make a call through the toll free number, we, in case if there is any issue pertaining to the banking, so then whenever we connect through the toll free number, the call is then again diverted or be connected to the executive. Then before the call is connected with the executive, then again uh, this announcement is made, then please do not share your OTP with anyone. So this is something, because the people are subject to certain type of phishing, the certain type of cyber crime which are happening. So this can be done. So this is also an awareness, spreading awareness in the society. So this is how, with the, by making the society aware about their legal rights, about their duty, they can fight for the justice, they can fight for the discrimination. So when goes to the police station, as I said, goes to the police station to get the FIR registered. So there are certain things that should be kept in mind so that the crime can be effectively reported. So because देखिए पहले के टाइम पे क्या होता था, if you now, because since you are not from the law background, because we used to analyze the data. Now we see that if we compare the data of crime with the last 10 years, we'll find that there is a sharp change, there is a sharp rise because of the people, they are reporting the crime. If we go back 10 years back, there was not much awareness in the society. People were not aware, so the people, they don't report the crime. Reporting बहुत कम थी, लोग पुलिस स्टेशन नहीं जाते थे. Sometimes the people used to attach, the stigma is attached or something like that. So now the people, since the society is made aware of it, women's cells, they have been also been set up, where in case if the female face any issues pertaining to the domestic violence or the sexual violence, so they can go to the police station, they can register the FIR. So this is how, the society is changing. This is how we can fight against injustice. And it will also, because the benefit of the legal literacy is, it will improve the governance. So legal literacy can also ensure effective and good governance, because if the citizens, they are aware of their rights, if they are aware of their duties or the law which confer upon them, so when the public knows it, this type of the governance the public deserve, so the government will become more transparent, the government will become more accountable. And there are other advantages which are also attached with being legally aware. So if a person is legally literate, he has greater advantage. So legally aware citizen can make the informed decision, he can participate in the democracy, he can fight for justice, he can understand their right accurately. Legal literacy can also protect the women as well. So because the women, is the crucial part of our society. So educating women can bring more progressive change, especially in the rural areas, if they are made aware of their right. They can raise their voice against the patriarchal system and any other injustice that the women in our country are still facing. Now, since we have short of time, so I have prepared 2 3 slides, so which I think everyone should know that, like with regard to the register, because in our country, it is very difficult to register the FIR, and there are laws there are laws which regulate it with regard to the registration of the FIR. With regard to, so every citizen have the right to file the FIR, and in case if the police officer refuses to do so, and they does it, it happens it because society is not aware of it. Police एक बार बोल देती है कि नहीं इसमें कोई FIR नहीं होगा, हम वापस आ जाते हैं. But Section 166 of the Indian Penal Code cast a duty upon the police officer to register the FIR. And if you look at the Consumer Protection Act, every day we come across all the consumer, they have right to ask for the refund for the good they have purchased, because but you will find that there are posters of no exchange, no refund, no return. But they cannot do so. The shopkeeper or the mall, wherever we go, they cannot do so because it comes under unfair trade practices, and the complaint can be filed against that shopkeeper who refuses to exchange, who refuses to refund or return the goods which you have purchased, and a complaint can be filed under the Consumer Protection Act. And one more thing, women cannot be arrested before 6 p.m. and at 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. except under the exceptional circumstances. And this is a very important legislation, and everyone should know that Equal Remuneration Act. There is, even in our society, there is a gender disparity with regard to the pay, with regard to, even in case if the women is doing equal amount of work, but the amount or the pay she is getting is less than the male counterpart. But since the law came into existence in the year 1976, in spite of this law in place, since there is a gender disparity with respect to the work she had done. And next important point is live-in relationship. Live-in relationship are not considered to be illegal in India in case if if the partners are adult, and if they are living together, and in case if the child is born from that relation, they are not married, but since they can live together, in case if they are adult and they are above the age of 18, boy or a girl, they are living together, and in case if the child is born out of that relation, the child is considered to be legitimate child, and the child is entitled to inherit the property, and the child can inherit the property as a legal heir. This is also the development, the latest development in the society. And also a police officer always has an obligation to assist someone who is in need of the assistance, and they have to help someone in need, and being off duty is not an excuse. If a police officer says, no, I'm on leave, and in case if the assistance is asked for, he is under an obligation, the police officer is under an obligation to provide the assistance a person who is in need. And one more thing which every day we come across, as per the Indian Sarais Act, every 5-star hotel, because this act casts a duty upon the 5-star hotel. 5-star hotel cannot prohibit you from entering the premises to drink the potable water and using the washroom. And the next is under the Motor Vehicle Act. Wearing a helmet is must for the two-wheeler riders, because, and under Section 128 of the Motor Vehicle Act, limit the maximum of 2 riders on the bike. But especially in the small towns, especially in the small towns, we see that people they violate the Motor Vehicle Act. in case if the even the traffic police, even they don't bother, because as per the law only 2 riders are allowed on the bike. But you will find that even the three members, or the 4 sometimes, along with 1 child, they are riding on the same bike, which is not which amounts to the violation of the Motor Vehicle Act. And the law also says that if the traffic police snatches the key from the car or the motorcycle, it is considered to be illegal. Sometimes in case the traffic police stops you because of you are using the mobile phone in the car, or you were using overspeeding the motor cycle, whatever, then the police officer cannot snatch the key from the car or the motorcycle, because it is considered to be illegal under the Motor Vehicle Act. So you have full right, the person has a full right to launch or to file the legal proceeding, or to file a complaint against that officer. And also, again, a very, very important legislation which deals with the Maternity Benefit Act. So no company, whether it is a private company, public companies, state organization, central organization, no company can fire any pregnant women. It may be punishable by, it amounts to maximum of punishment of 3 years of imprisonment. And in case if any company, which is whether it is a government company or a private company, having more than 10 employees, then the pregnant women employee is eligible to get 84 days paid maternity leave. And one more thing which I think society is generally not aware of it, that is very few people know that in case if the gas cylinder blasts during the cooking of the food, the gas agency is liable to pay 50 lakh to the victim as a compensation. So in order to claim the compensation, so the consumer need to file a FIR to the nearest police station and submit the FIR to the concerned gas agency. Now let's one more thing, why it is important. And the government has also taken the initiative, and the scheme act, this initiative was taken by the Dr. Manmohan Singh, and with the motto, from ignorance to legal empowerment. So the goal of this mission, National Legal Literacy Mission, the goal of this legal empowerment was to simplify the language of the law, to make people able to understand law and judgment. And the special focus was laid on the downtrodden, minority, and the women, because the women, downtrodden, and the minority, they are considered to be the most vulnerable section of the society, because in law, ignorance of law is no excuse. You cannot plead that mujhe to law ke bare mein nahi pata hai, because we cannot plead ignorance before the court of law. So that is why it is important, how can we make ourselves empowered, how can we make ourselves legally empowered. So as and also it was said by Prime Minister, because the democracy is meaningless unless the people know their basic rights. So like education, employment, and the right to live a life of the dignity and the self-respect. So such awareness is possible only through the mechanism of the legal literacy, because we can live the dignified life only if we can prevent if we can prevent injustice which is happening around us. So with this, I conclude my presentation, and with this, and conclude with this, that so the legal literacy is important, and the objective of the legal literacy is to educate the marginalized section of the society with their rights. So to furnish them the necessary knowledge, enable them to, so that they can proactively address and effectuate the transformation in their situation. So it can be achieved. Now the question is, since how can we achieve this? Because by organizing one webinar is not enough. I'll stop sharing and I'll speak for 2 minutes. Yeah. Since one more thing is, because since now we have organized one webinar for the betterment of the student, but this one day webinar is not enough to spread the legal literacy. What we can do is, or what the institution can do is, I mean institution as a college can do is, you can set up a legal literacy, you can legal literacy cell, because as per the guidelines, as per the guidelines of the or the initiative which is taken under the legal literacy mission, what you can do is you can set up a legal literacy cell in the institution. And I can also help the institution in setting up the legal literacy cell, where I mean the student body, they can, they can conduct the outreach activities. They can, I mean they organize the door to door campaign. Like in Punjab, the most important problem in our Punjab is the issue of drug. So this menace, this menace can be curbed only through the awareness. So therefore this is the duty of the institution, this is the duty of the educational institution, to set up the legal literacy cell, to set up the legal literacy wing or the society. So therefore the student can help, so the student can spread the word in the society by, by organizing a door to door activities. They can, you can have the participation from the different stakeholders. They can go to the rural areas, they can organize day to day campaign. They can also do this by organizing a nukkad natak. Ki kya benefit, I mean what are, what are the disadvantages and are involved. And there is another problem nowadays which every one of us is facing, like the cyber crime, because we are using the mobile phone, and the cyber and day to day life we associated with the different types of the crime which are associated with the cyber. So this is how this is very very important, to literate. The onus, the responsibility is on us, is on our shoulder, to spread the awareness among the society. And this is how we can do this as a responsible citizen. And I will stop here, and because I was asked to, to finish or to wind up by 12. And in case if there is any query, in case if you have any question, please feel free to ask. And now I'll stop here.
Thank you, Dr. Shweta. Thank you so much. Bache, if you want to ask anything, you can ask here right now. Your lecture was indeed remarkable, very insightful and valuable. I'm sure our students will be benefited with these legal terms, legal awareness. We are really short of time, but if you can, if you want to ask something, you can ask here right now.
Facilitate कर देंगे कुछ लोग just
Ma'am, can we ask afterwards also? Because we have pressure of time.
Sure, no problem, no problem, no problem, no issue.
Right. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay,
And
thank you.
we wish you keep on leading in this professional journey. Thank you for sparing your precious time for our
Thank you
students,
so
for
much.
us. We are really enriched. Thank you so much.
Thank you for giving
And
me the opportunity. I'm thankful to the institute. I'm
I'm
very
sure
thankful.
we will meet in person too. We are waiting for the time.
Okay, thank you so
Seeing
much.
you here in our premises.
Yes, I would love
Thank
it.
you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you
Thanks to
so
all.
much.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I'm thankful to our principal sir also, to our organizer, HOD ma'am, Harvinder ma'am, to organizing committee, Jyoti sir, Chetan sir, and the whole computer staff faculty, commerce staff faculty, and our students and other teachers also who have joined. Thank you so much for your cooperation. Thank you all.
Thank
We
you
may
once
leave
again.
now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
Fine.